Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rocket League Playoffs here on the SAGU Sports Network. James Lex joined by Hudson Witten, and we've got a playoff game here. Number 12 SAGU, number 13 Bethel White. SAGU with a huge upset last week against number 5 Long Island, and it gets them a right to move on to the quarterfinals, 2 games away from the championship.
Yeah, that's crazy, Lex. Like we have seen SAGU Purple here in this past 3 games, absolutely dominating the other side. Last week we had a 4-1 series score against who was it?
Long Island.
Long Island, and great performance by them, and excellent rotations, great goals, and overall great performance. And hope to see that continue this week.
Yeah. Now these SAGU Lions, man, they have shown up. They've gone. No one expected them to go this deep in the playoffs. So they are the Cinderella team of this bracket. And that being said, they're number 12. The team they're playing, number 13 seeded.
Yeah.
These are very good teams, top to bottom, in this bracket. And SAGU has shown, as you're seeing some of these highlights from last week, just how far they've come. Some of the positives, and look at this jetter flying in right there. Now, for those who are unfamiliar, you are watching Rocket League. This is soccer with cars. You have a ceiling, so that ball always stays inside the container, and you just drive around, and your goal is to get the ball into the other team's net. You have a blue and orange team. You have 5 minutes, and you play a best of 7, so the first team to win 4 wins. If there's a tie, you go to overtime. Right here, we're watching one of those overtime games. You'll actually see on the clock there's a plus sign, and whoever scores wins. Right there's Blackjack punching that one in the right side of the net and just helping lead SAGU. Again, 4-1, so pretty much in control most of the series, but Long Island gave them all they had. Now, in this game of Rocket League, you can drive around infinitely on the field, but you have to have little something to fly around. Tell us a little bit, Hudson, what you have to do. As you see these cars, they are all over this field.
Yeah, you can see them in the air, on the ground, speeding up, flipping, all these things. But the essential item that you need to do all these things with is called boost. You see these little glowing pads on the ground, and then you also see these ones on the corner and on the side. There's 6 big ones that actually fill your tank all the way, while the other ones only do 13. So these are essential to just propel your game and be efficient and be quicker than the other team. So collecting these, being able to fly up in the air and do all the tricks and things to score, you know?
Now, there's no pit lane in Rocket League, unlike, say, NASCAR. There's no pit lane. You just have to drive around over those boosts and pick up boost. But when you drive over it, the little boost pad disappears. In fact, in this replay, if you see a couple of the cars driving, the little glowing pad doesn't glow anymore. And that's because it takes a while for the rocket fuel to, say, reload. So it's not quite infinite rocket boost. 100 in your tank. Would you say you could fly across one side of the field to the other with 100? Approximately?
Approximately, yeah. You should be able to get to the other side of the wall.
It's not like it lasts like minutes. I mean, it's just a little bit. It's just enough for you to have to go find some more.
Yes.
Now, this game has a lot of different similarities to soccer, but there's some things where it's very different. We said it's soccer, but this game has no penalties. You play, and you drive around. If you bump a car, that's tough. That's part of the game, actually. It's a little bit like football, maybe in that regard, bumper cars. There's no refs, so when the game's played, there's no yellow cards. No one's getting thrown out. And if you know soccer, and you've ever been confused by what is offsides, well, Rocket League, there's no offsides. It is simply you just play the game. If you are in the game, you are on sides. All right, we're going to step right here into game number 1 between SAGU and
Bethel Pilots.
Bethel Pilots. SAGU in the blue, and right here early on, Jetter's going to get a goal to open up scoring. And how about that to open up your quarterfinals appearance?
Yeah, let's talk about Jet. Like, he was one of the top performers last week, wasn't he?
He was.
It's him, Jet. So Jet, Jack, and Gravy. Wouldn't you say Jet was probably the MVP of last week?
Jet probably secures MVP. It was really a team performance, but he just had some moments where he just stepped up. He's clutch. Right here, though, probably not the best strategy. Go ahead and break down what just happened right here.
I actually missed it. Let me see.
Oh, he passed it. Okay, it was Big Daddy. I thought one of the SAGU players had taken it across the net. That would not be ideal. But a very quick equalizer here as the offenses have come alive to get this game started. Speaking of Jeter, here he comes. He has the ball. Not quite the control he wanted. Blackjack follows up. Again, SAGU in the blue. Bethel in the orange. And the member of team we haven't brought up yet is Gravy. Gravy with a pass to the middle, but Jeter not able to finish.
It's a warm-up game, Lex. We got it.
It is just a warm-up, and you saw there a demo, which is what happens when you drive full speed into a car on the opposing team. They get taken off the field for 3 seconds, and they appear back on the field by their own net. So you can kind of use that to your advantage. These players have to be very careful. Right, there's another one. Now, that was a 50, but also a demo? Is that what happened right there?
Yeah, so if you have enough, you're propelling into them. You can sometimes demo as well, like flipping into them, getting 50s.
Oh,
so sometimes odd, but
Gravy not able to make the save there.
Man.
As Bethel showing why they belong in these quarterfinals with this pass. Oh. And Superfish, Superfish, he gets the touch because they gave him the credit for the goal, so it's very hard to see there, but he definitely tips it just out of the way of Gravy, and we have a kickoff opportunity here. Here's Gravy again having to play some defense and misplays it, and Bethel's not missing anything right now except for that outside the opening goal. It's all Bethel Pilots right now.
Yeah, I think maybe he thought it was going to turn around. I think he turned around the wrong way there, and you could see in his in his camera he was a little bit beating himself up. So he knows I think he messed up, but let's see if he can turn things around. Where she gets a pass to the middle. Can we finish?
No,
Not
unfortunately. Now in Rocket League, I mean, you can pass just like you can in soccer, basketball. But the thing is, you only have your car, so it's not like you can. It's very hard to direct the ball. You have to really play this game a long time, and all these players have about 1,000 hours in the game, which is a very healthy amount in any game. But again, those passes are still difficult after 1,000 hours of playing. Clarity with a dangerous play right there. SAGU offense.
That's a good cut by Jet right there.
Yeah.
I like to see that. A little bit more aggressive play.
That aggressiveness, does it pay off right here? Goes up Blackjack, and he tips it in the top right corner. Just how you drew it up.
Beautiful. It started with Jet, then Gravy came in, and then Jack finished it, getting everyone involved on that play.
In Rocket League, you want to rotate your players. You want to call 1, 2, 3. 1 is up, about to score. 2's ready to follow up. 3's on defense, also ready to step up. And right there, that was textbook Rocket League. For this, however, was very dangerous, but both teams able to avoid quick goals. As we're coming up on halfway through game 1, and this series, you can almost sense this might go the distance, as these teams are finding answers quickly to the other team's offensive performance. Now Gravy back on defense. We saw Jeter spawning there like we brought up earlier after a demo, and that gets them out of sorts, and that is exactly what we talked about.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what happened with Gravy here. Did he get bumped?
Gravy, I don't think so. No, he was just out of position. And when one car drives full speed into another car, the car that is getting hit disappears off the field for 3 seconds, and that messed up SAGU's kind of rotation right there, just trying to rotate the block. And that was good enough for a goal. It's 4-2 now, Pilots. Here come the Lions. Gravy just a little bit behind. Here's an opportunity for the Pilots, and Big Daddy is able to finish this goal well. Jeter, not much he can do there.
All right, let's see. We got 2 minutes on the clock. SAGU, come on. We got this. We can bring this back right now. I would like to see a little bit more pressure and midfield presence. Yeah. I feel like we're just giving them too much space here.
This game's starting to get away from the Lions right here. Again, all the players, they just, like you said, it's not even midfield. They're not even back at the net to protect. And Bethel has shown they are prepared. All right. So at this point in the game, what is SAGU going to do? You're down 4 goals. You still have time.
I'm looking at the scoreboard. Is it a best of 7 legs?
This is a best of 7 series, so you have to win
Awesome.
4. So and every win-loss is just that. It's a win-loss. So whether you lose by 20 goals or 1 goal, SAGU's just going to have to put this behind them. But right here, what is SAGU?
Big miss by Superfish.
Opportunity. Blackjack to the corner.
Follow up.
Jetter follows up, but the 50. Now we'll say throughout tonight, in this series, a 50-50. It's when 2 players go for the ball, but there's a little bit of strategy to it.
This could be a pass out.
Easily
wide.
protected there by Bethel. SAGU's they've gotten 2 goals off of Bethel, but
it's good pressure by Jack.
they've done a good job.
It's going to still end up in a goal.
7-2 now as Bethel. They have shown up to play here in game number 1. Their offense is a force to be reckoned with.
They're doing very well right now. You can see them getting up for pretty much every ball, and in threes, that's what you really want to do, unless like you're playing a little bit more patient game style. But their gameplay is, hey, send one person on the ball, put some pressure on SAGU, and they're doing very well with that. So
and SAGU in the blue, Bethel in the orange, and a nice little fake right there, and Bethel. They just seem unstoppable this game. Fakes out Gravy, Jetter coming across, but that is just, it's tough to beat when players they have that much control of the ball on the hood of their car. There's so many options to defend, and you can't defend them all. You just have to pick one, and unfortunately Gravy picks the wrong one there for SAGU. 30 seconds left, and here come the Pilots. Another opportunity, and they have made it 9-2.
Man.
This is, I want to say this is the best offensive performance we've seen out of any team this series in Rocket League. 9 goals in a game. There's, like Jack, I just said, still 30 seconds left.
30 seconds
They're
left.
clicking on offense.
I would just like to see a little bit more pressure from SAGU. Even though they might lose this game, I would like to see a little bit
like
more.
that right there.
Yes, and then someone should be up in the air right now. Yep, that's
There's
fine.
Gravy.
Rotate back, 3rd man.
We talked
It's good
about
pressure.
now
Can we
there
get a
was
follow?
there was an opportunity, but just not able to put it in.
Okay,
Blackjack comes in, and like you said, they create
Yeah.
pressure, and it creates opportunities, and eventually they're cashing in.
You just got to think about it. Like, for this game, the ball was probably on SAGU's side of the field probably at least 60 to 70% of the time.
At least.
At least 60 to 7. I would even go up like 70%. So I'd just say trying to keep that ball on the opposite side of the field for SAGU to get a lead up. So.
Well, at any rate, an impressive performance by the Pilots in game number 1.
All matching tags,
all
too.
matching
That was funny.
Their
It made me laugh.
names, they're at the end, and anytime they score, they all matched. But, you know, it's going to be very difficult to win a game when you're getting outshot, was that 13-6?
Yeah. Even that, though, I think the biggest thing was just there were a lot of open nets, so I think it just a little bit more communication on SAGU's side of things. Honestly, just maybe not going for those side boosts, because I saw a lot of times they went for those side boosts, maybe staying with less boost and in a better position on the field so you can actually make those plays and make those stops on defense. So that's just something they're going to have to work through and decide what they want to go from there. So.
I do feel like Bethel got a lot of like very easy goals. Like they were just rolling in. The SAGU caught out of rotation. If SAGU can make some simple corrections, just having one person back, it probably cuts their goals down to 5 or 6, not 9,
I would say
which is just a
2 to
gaudy
3
number. Yeah, and that really makes the game flow differently when they're not going up so early, because it does force you to have to play a different game than you normally would.
We'll see if anything changes here for SAGU. See, we got Crazy Kyle. If y'all don't know him, he was on Varsity Lions, I guess you could call it, or SAGU Lions for Rocket League, along with myself. But he's over there giving some comms, giving some instructions, some coaching, and let's hope he said something to SAGU to turn them around here and give him some more motivation to get back into this series.
Kyle, one of the, like you mentioned, a player on our varsity team. He's put in a couple thousand hours in the game of Rocket League. He's one of the higher ranked players in Rocket League. It's called a Grand Champion. So, he knows how to play, but so does X Clarity.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this read off the ceiling.
It's a very good read. I was about to say that. It's a really good read off the ceiling, knowing where it's going to fall down. And just beats Gravy to the ball.
And Gravy, man, he's just in tough spots. These reactions are so quick in this game. And if you don't move even a couple milliseconds fast enough, you're not going to be able to get that.
Yeah, that was a hard save. So very good shot by Clarity. Hopefully we can get a turnaround on.
And for SAGU, they just have to kind of shake it off and go, hey, that was a great goal, and it really was. In Rocket League, you're not going to go. You're not going to shut out teams every time. So if you're going to give up goals, at least be goals like that are impressive reads, not the easy stuff. Just the ball just rolling in. You really want to give them a challenge, and especially with a team that has we're now seeing why this number 13 Bethel team is dangerous and took down a number 5 team last week. I'm sorry, number 4. SAGU took down the 5th seed. They took down the number 4 seed.
Yeah, their aerial game is really, really good right now. They're challenging everything really quickly, and even the touches they're getting. That was the best touch, but look, you have someone following up on your team. So just being in the, I guess, in the right spot at the right time, even including in the air. And that's something I think we should try to do a little bit more. And there's a double commit, but maybe Gravy could finish something here.
Almost. Now, you mentioned a double commit. Can you describe what that is?
Yeah. So it's pretty much, if you saw it, they're pretty much just 2 people going for the ball. So
here comes Jetter sneaking in, and he's going to even this up halfway through the game. I don't know if that was intended to be a pass.
Hey, it works though, man.
Jetter staying alert and ready to capitalize. They were caught out of position.
I bet you he's like, I want to win. Let's go, guys. Come on right now. Let's go.
After a 9-3 game, if SAGU can find one goal here, the series is even. You really have to shake off these games that you lose by 6. It doesn't matter how much you lose by, as long as you win the next one.
Yeah, I would really like to see SAGU go up right here just to build that confidence. And because confidence is key in this game, honestly. You have to have confidence in what you're doing. If you don't, then it's going to be a rougher time. You can't be hesitant. You just gotta go, and you gotta win.
Blackjack out of boost right here. He's just scooped up some more. He's got to be able to get back. Big Daddy not able to secure the goal there. Grady playing more defense, but Blackjack comes in to follow, and that was good because if he's not there, that is a goal for Bethel.
Could be a good clear. Very good. He could follow this up too, potentially.
Tricky read in the corner. Bethel able to make it. Here comes Blackjack, but shot's a little wide.
By Jet here, 50. Gravy will take this for himself. Maybe a clear out to a demo, maybe?
Blackjack up ahead. He dials his own number, and he almost gets it in.
Finish it.
It's not in the goal. Oh, they don't get much closer than that. In Rocket League, there is this invisible line that shows on the ball when it's halfway in the goal. It's so neat. But we saw it there. It was almost in. That would have given the Lions a 2-1 lead. But as it stands, it stays tied as we're coming up on a minute to play in game number 2. Jetter by himself, and he wins the 50.
Backboard read. I would like to see someone up.
Superfish off the backboard, tries to make a pass, but no one's there to follow for Bethel.
Good clear out by
I think that was Big Daddy was a little bit too far behind. Now Jetter, he's got no boost.
Open.
Is anyone in the middle?
No!
Gravy, the shot is soft and too wide to the right. Gravy resets, and with no boost, he's going to have to just rotate back into defense. Clarity's out of boost. He's not able to get the touch.
Here.
Superfish trying to control the middle. We're down to 20 seconds.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, though. You can see SAGU up in the air a lot more, and it's reflective with the goals. A 1-1 game. Not a bad game of Rocket League here.
What's Clarity doing? He's going to the sidewall? He's trying to do something off the ceiling?
It's a good beat.
Gravy up ahead.
Awkward for him.
Oh, no, he missed it.
No.
And everyone missed the ball. What an opportunity. But we're going to overtime in game number 2. Speaking of Gravy, he's going to take this off the ceiling, and it's just going to get popped off the sidewall. Tricky bounce here off the corner. It's going to be in a good spot for Bethel. They get the demo on Gravy, but so far, opportunities galore for Bethel. That one almost goes in. Jetter goes up.
It's a good touch. Can he follow it here? He can. Maybe a 50 even.
He's out of boost. He's just going to have to do what he can to keep.
Gravy's got this.
Here's another. Oh, and a
big
miss by Bethel. Can
Run away.
Gravy capitalize? He tries to
he
take it to the middle, but he's not able. Oh, that was an opportunity there for the Lions. You know, Gravy would love to have that one back. You're not going to see the entire half of the field empty.
Oh, a big demo.
Again, Gravy has to come in gets the 50. Dangerous moments here for both teams. Has 1 minute into overtime. First goal wins.
Shot on? Almost.
The shot was on, but we keep talking about you have gas, but you need that rocket boost to really move around the field quickly. Gravy goes off the backboard. Blackjack. Now Clarity's going to see if he can do something off the wall. He loses control, but Big Daddy's there to follow. And he's there to follow again off the backboard. It's a great pass.
Ooh, good
Here comes Blackjack down the middle. It's a one-on-one.
Oh, I like that
He takes
touch.
it to the air,
50.
tries to bump Clarity. Clarity's able to avoid and get the save. And an exciting 90 seconds of overtime here in game number 2.
A good pop-up. Can we get a follow? Man, I'm on the edge of my seat, Lex.
Yeah. These guys are playing their hearts out, and you know the nerves have to be clicking
they're
in here.
shaking right now. I'm shaking for them.
As we're coming up on 2 minutes of overtime. Now, a minute of overtime, pretty common. But was
Rule
that
one.
a Rule 1?
Yes,
Okay,
it
so
was.
in Rocket League, when two cars are driving into each other, it's called a Rule 1. And the rule is you can't brake. You have to keep driving into the other car. And if you don't, it's almost a sign of disrespect. It's very hard to describe. But
yeah, it's just a funny joke, though.
Yeah.
It's really just a joke. But
it is, but it's kind of a thing in there. And that ball is going to land in the net as Big Daddy Peanut is going to secure game number 2 for Bethel as he capitalizes on the Gravy miss there.
Man. Hey, but a 1-goal game is better than a 6-goal game. They definitely changed something up there.
Definitely. Definitely a better defensive performance, right?
So much better. Like, look at that. Look at the shots. 13 to 10. So really good shooting, but also we got 8 saves and 6 saves. So very overall good game. Like, if you're a coach in Rocket League, you're not going to be upset about this loss right here.
No.
So
again, you're not going to win them all. You're not going to keep the other team shut out. But if you are going to lose, this isn't the worst way to do it. Blackjack coming away with the assist, but 4 saves. Really kept SAGU in this one.
Yeah. Very, very good from Jack here. I would just say coming in this next game, like, continue doing what you were doing. It was working. I would just say, honestly, there was not really any too big mess ups, so just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe tighten up a little bit, try to get some more offensive pressure, but overall it was a good game, so just went the other way.
As we look at some of the highlights here from game number 2, Gravy right there. Oh, he'd love to have that one back. That would have been the difference, but able to come back here. Jetter just capitalizing on a misplay, and there were many of them by both teams. But SAGU, unfortunately, 1 goal back was right there.
Man. And just barely missed, too. Barely missed SAGU's car to clip that out.
All right, it's game number 3. What does SAGU need to do here aside from not giving up a goal to start the game on a kickoff? Oh, we should say what a kickoff is. So that's what you saw at the beginning there. Ball's placed in the middle of the field, and they are told, I mean, the game opens up, and you can drive as fast as you can to the car or to the ball and gain control. But you can sometimes catch the other team off guard, which almost happened to SAGU.
It's weird because there's not really anything like that any other game, like even especially like
maybe hockey, or they have the face-off.
Maybe hockey like that. Also, so hockey that works too. That's probably better representation. I was going to say basketball, bro.
Oh,
like
the
doing
tip-off.
the tip-off.
Yeah,
so it's something like that too. But like Hockey's a better representation.
Yeah, no, it's really a free-for-all. Whoever can, and you can catch the other team out of position, especially in basketball, even though it's a bit of a set piece. As right now, Clarity, he's going to just lob this up to the middle, and I don't know if Big Daddy, he did get credited with the goal there. Almost an own goal. Tough spot for SAGU right here.
Yeah, just another one of those runaway goals, I feel like. So maybe third man got caught up a little bit too forward. So
and Gravy's been caught in so many of these tricky save situations. They, I mean, it's cars driving around playing soccer, but not all saves when you're on defense are equal. Some are very difficult, and some are very, very straightforward.
It's a good fake. I like that. Slow play.
Yeah, you can fake in Rocket League. You can act like you're going for the ball, and you can sometimes make the other team look like they weren't paying attention. So Clarity's going to pop this up over the net. Can Blackjack get there? He is able to and clear that. You see all three players for Bethel there.
Yeah, on the right side.
All together. Left side. Typically in Rocket League, you want to be spread out, so you can pass to each other. You kind of look out for each other, because when you're gathered together like that, if you get beat by one, it sets up the opportunity for Gravy. Break down this play.
No, like as you can see Jet right here, you think he's going to go for the ball, but no, he goes for a bump, or he fakes out the
good
defenders.
Enough. Yeah,
so
he made him think he was.
Yeah, or at least he made me think he was going to go for a bump, and gives Gravy the opportunity to shoot. Maybe Gravy called it off there, or whatever happened, it was a good play.
Either way, we're back to a 1-1 game in game number 3. SAGU on the ropes. They can't go down 3-0. Otherwise, they'd have to win every single game the rest of the way. And they are showing they are resilient. They will dig down and find a way. And that's what you want to see. This game is a game of patience, and it's just a mental game.
Yeah, like even on that one, like you saw SAGU just scored there, it was a mental goal. But here, man, Superfish is sniping the right side of the goal here. Very, very good shot from him.
Blackjack tries to clear it out. Superfish comes flying in. I think Jetter was covering the left side of the goal, and Gravy wasn't there in time to protect the right. A close shot, and a 2-1 game, just like game number 2. But different mentality here from SAGU. The pace of the game has also been very different than the first 2 games. This game has felt very different. I think the teams might be getting a little bit more comfortable. Maybe those nerves are calming down after that 3-minute overtime. Gravy's going to get bumped right here. An opportunity as Superfish comes flying in. Jetter clears it outright. Big Daddy been involved in a lot of the offense here for Bethel. Tries to set something up. Right there, Clarity. If he doesn't get that touch, that's a dangerous play for Bethel. But as it stands, keeping this a 1-goal game.
Good cut. It's a good 50. They can get another 50 here.
They get the demo on Clarity, and I don't know if SAGU's gotten that many demos this game.
Ooh, it's a really good shot and a good save.
What a save by Jetter. He actually almost goes in the action
pass.
like he's shooting. There's a pass, and there's Blackjack. Clip it.
Let's
it's a 2-2 game.
That's what I like to see.
Look at the vision right here. Jetter up ahead.
That made me feel nice.
And I think Clarity, we're on Clarity's vision, kind of view right here. I don't think he saw Blackjack coming across because he's behind him.
Hey, it was a good play nonetheless. It was a great pass, great communication.
Gravy gets a pass to the middle, goes to follow it up, keeps it in the middle. It's an opportunity here if anyone's following.
That's fine.
They played it a little bit safe. Big SAGU, they were able to make the game 1-1, gave up a goal, able to make it 2-2. They got to play it safe.
Oh, pass out. Okay, he's not going to be able to score this, but we're going to have to get back on defense.
Clarity
here.
Is really struggling to get control of the ball here in the corner.
Don't rush it. We're fine.
Gravy
nice. I like
possession. Tries to fake out.
Follow
the Blackjack there to follow. And he gets the bump, but Clarity able to recover.
Makes him jump out of the net.
This is why the teams are in the playoffs. That was a great play by SAGU. Turns into a goal 90% of the time, but these are the best in the country. It's why they're in the quarterfinals. As we're down to under 60 seconds, SAGU digging down to find if they can come back in this series.
Gravy, maybe cut. Oh, almost.
Almost. He gets the touch, but man, good rotation by.
Okay, we don't have to rush here. Hopefully, we just Gravy get out of net. Oh, almost.
Oh, Bethel would love to have that one back, as that shot normally turns into a goal. Jetter's out of boost. He does everything he can to pass it to the middle.
Oh,
here comes Blackjack, but he's too high. Oh, that was the opportunity SAGU needed right there. Gravy gets the ball off the sidewall. It's going to get pushed ahead by Superfish. Jetter for the touch. 50. The ball's in the air. If it touches the ground, we go to overtime. If it stays in the air, we keep playing, and we are going to overtime in game number 3.
Man, this is feeling like game 2.
This is feeling like a mirror of game number 2, just with a few more goals for each team. As Superfish goes for the ball on the 50, Jetter is able to clear it to the corner. And once again, opportunities for both teams early in overtime.
We need to keep up with this pressure, though. Can't slow down.
Big Daddy tries to create something, but runs out of boost. Here comes Gravy. He's going to do something off the back wall, it looks like. Cleared out by Bethel.
We need a 50 quick. Someone needs to go.
Here comes Clarity.
Nice.
Right on cue. Jetter. He's going to go for the shot. Able to get cleared. It's going to the middle. Here comes Blackjack. Shot on goal. Oh! And it's defended by Bethel.
Off the crossbar, too.
Here goes Blackjack up again. He's going to go off the backboard.
Double tap.
Go for the double tap. And he gets it for the overtime win. SAGU gets their first game in the series.
Let's go.
High fives and fist bumps all around for the Lions. And how about Blackjack coming in clutch in game number 3 as SAGU Purple. They're not out of it yet. It's 2-1.
Man. I'm like shaking legs.
This game is living up to the hype. And for the first time this series, guess what? SAGU has the most shots and also the most goals.
Man.
Need opportunities on the goal to score.
It's very, very, very well played by SAGU right now. Like, I love what I'm seeing. Just so well done. Man.
And I think Bethel.
I can't even think, bro.
I'm telling you, Bethel. I feel like Bethel played really well as well in that game.
I do too.
I mean, these are the playoffs. These are the quarterfinals, and I mean, Big Daddy Pina had some really great touches. Right here, Jetter just with this fake bump on, or he faked it, and I think it made them have to think about it.
Yeah.
He faked the fake almost. And we talked about Big Daddy. He's able right here. Again, he looks like he's going to go touch the ball, and instead it's just an opportunity to get sniped. Again, this is where SAGU's down right here. They're having to find a way. Blackjack just so alert. So alert.
So much better, like mental plays, I feel like, because like it looks like even this was mechanical, but the other two were just mental. Like they didn't really have to do anything flashy. They're just making the other team think. And if you do that, hey, you're gonna get goals.
Now, and the speed that SAGU's playing at, they're actually catching Bethel off guard a little bit right here. Speaking of, that was an opportunity there for Bethel. Jetter flying across the field. They're playing. It seems like SAGU's playing faster and with better chemistry between the players. Big Daddy Peanut get SAGU get a lot of bumps.
A lot of space given by both teams right now. Maybe playing a little bit passive at the start of the game.
And maybe this is the key. SAGU just needs to play a smart game, not try to do too much, but the speed is not to necessarily catch you. It's just to keep you, as we keep Bethel, out of position.
Oh, this could be a breakaway if we get around it.
Gravy's just
one back, but
going to take the ball to the middle, bounce it off the ceiling. That's actually a pretty decent pass. Yeah. Was able to avoid 2 of the pilots, but when all 3 are sitting in goal, it's pretty tough to score without a demo or someone, bumping. This ball's going to get cleared all the way to the blue half of the field. Awkward touch from Gravy, but it works great. He gets the touch, beats 2 pilots. He's going to go for the pass here, probably off 50. The wall. It turns into a 50. Oh, great demo there by Superfish. Takes Jetter out of the play, sends him back to the home side of the field. His Jetter's going to go for a shot here. Clarity able to clear it. Speaking of Clarity, he's going to move up into the corner here. Ooh, missed touch by the Lions. Jetter's a little high, but barely gets the touch.
Good 50, Gravy.
Gravy is a little bit too far off the wall, and that's going to be a huge save by Blackjack, but Clarity comes in to clean it out. Blackjack did everything he could right there. It almost keeps this a no score in the game.
That's crazy, though. Almost. Oh, or it was a great save. Just
Fantastic.
Clarity up here.
Gravy just
saying,
in a
not today, man. Not today.
Yeah, and Gravy just in a tough spot. But SAGU's been down before. They've been down in every game. They came back in Game 4, but a kickoff goal by Clarity, and I think the Pilots have made a little adjustment here for Game 4.
Man.
Now, is that planned right there, just the way the ball is hit off the wall, or is that just capitalizing on an opportunity?
That's just capitalizing on opportunity. Unless you're like, you know how to strategically do kickoffs and stuff. Sometimes the 50 is just really weird, and you just have to play off what it does. But that right there, it looked like it was just, hey, the ball's up, let's go, and it worked very well for them.
We're seeing a lot of players bumping each other here at midfield. Here's Superfish with an opportunity. Big Daddy follows up, but
Trying to fake, man. I like it on both sides.
Big Daddy Peanut with a big clear. He's going to go to the corner, see if he can get a touch. Wow, he's able to flip his car and able to get something. He was really out of position. Here comes Clarity.
Like to see a. Oh, this is nice.
Oh,
maybe 50.
was that a double commit there by the Lions?
I mean, double. I would say more so like because Gravy was flipping, so he didn't purposely put himself there. So maybe just a little bit confusion.
Jetter up ahead to Blackjack. He's going to go high off the wall. Gravy coming in to follow, but not able to get the touch on goal. Blackjack wins that 50.
Got a little bit of time here. No one's going.
Superfish kind of strike that bottom corner, but fortunately for the Lions. Oh, and Blackjack gets it stolen from him. Jetter tries to clear. SAGU in trouble here.
Could be a big clear out here.
We're down to 90 seconds left in the game. SAGU would really like to have a goal before the 60-second mark just to give them time. They've been able to overcome a 1-goal deficit.
This could
so
be
far,
something
not
here.
2.
Oh,
But a missed touch. Blackjack to the net, but it was low and able to be defended. Gravy just kind of keeps it on the orange side of the field, which is what SAGU needs right here. Here comes Blackjack towards the middle. Good 50 by the Pilots. As we're now 1 minute remaining, SAGU has to find 2 goals. I don't know what happened right there, but if I'm Bethel, I'm a little upset that doesn't go in.
Wow. That was like as top corner as you can get before it goes in.
You can't hit it much better and it not go in. Big Daddy Peanut, he's just trying to clear the ball and create an opportunity. Blackjack, can he do it again? Clarity was watching for it that time. He's like, nah, you're not going to get that twice in a row. Gravy pops it off the backboard in the corner. Tricky touch, but it goes across the middle, but no one there to follow for SAGU. 20 seconds left. They need 2 goals, and Jetter is able to flick the ball in, and we have ourselves a game.
Yeah, I think SAGU just needs to throw. That's what you call a doomsday dish, if y'all don't know what that is, by the way. It's called a doomsday dish. When you go off the side and you hit it, I could explain it after this. Let's focus in on this 20 seconds.
That was able to get it past 2 of the Pilots, and dangerous play here for SAGU. Jetter just kind of clears it to the middle, but no one's in position for the Lions.
Got to send everyone.
5 seconds here. Yeah, everyone's got to go. Gravy high off the wall. That's a good touch. Oh, Blackjack. He's not going to be able. He was hoping for a wider clear. It's going to say 1-0 there, but this series is 3-1 in favor of Bethel White.
Man.
And how about SAGU right here? 7 shots to 10. That's reasonable, but unfortunately, just not enough, I guess, structured opportunities on offense.
Yeah, just another 2-1 game. So that's the, third one now? Or no, last game was
3-2.
3-2,
yeah.
Okay.
But they've held Bethel to 2 goals 3 games. I mean,
yeah.
Ideally in Rocket League, the scores don't go too high. Obviously the 9-3 game was a really high-scoring affair, but that's in it's an anomaly. It's usually about what we've seen here, 3 to 5, 6 goals a game. And SAGU able to keep 2 goals, but they haven't been able to find that third goal but once.
Man.
Right there, that was a close one.
See, that's what I would like to see a little bit more of, like those follow-ups. Like, hey, that was really good too. If we can change that, like we would do really well right now in just putting some more pressure on, like that right there. That's crazy. That's what you call a doomsday dish if y'all don't know what that is.
That is, yeah, you said you would explain. So that's just when you're taking the ball off the high part of the wall. And
yeah, so there's different ways you could do it, but like it's rolling in front of net and you're on the sidewall, you jump, and then you flip it pretty much in towards the net, hitting the ball in the net. And it's pretty much that simple, and there's different ways you can do it, but
it's one of those moves that looks simple, but it's pretty hard to do in the game. Like, if you pick up a controller, it's not something you can do without some practice. You have to get comfortable. Which again, SAGU, all these players, 1,000 hours in the game, they know a thing or two. they have some of these mechanics, but
opportunity
here for Jeter, and he's able to capitalize off the sidewall, and SAGU, they get the 1-0 lead.
I love that 50 by Jack right here. And Jet being there, phenomenal. Because if he was literally half a second later, the other team would have hit it, and it would be a 0-0 game still. Very, very good.
Rocket League is kind of like three-dimensional pool. Like, you have, except your car is the cue stick, and when it's flying off the wall, you have to figure out where your car needs to be so that you're able to get that shot on goal. And Jeter just reads it perfectly in the air. That is just impressive.
Oh, this is awkward.
Awkward here, but Gravy awkward off the wall. And Jetter's going to go scoop up some boost, but they give him room. I don't know that I'd be giving Jeter this much room. Blackjack goes for the pitch, and they get the goal. SAGU up in the series 2-0 for the first time.
Man. Look at that pass over, and then the hard, solid shot to put it in between both defenders. Beautiful.
Blackjack and Jeter are on the same wavelength right now. It's game 5. SAGU up against the wall. They cannot lose, and they have shown up.
Man. I'm
Jeter,
liking
is he looking ahead to Blackjack
another
right
pass.
here?
Oh!
And he gets the touch on the ball off the backboard, and there was Gravy there for the follow-up.
Okay. SAGU.
The court vision is there for the SAGU purple team. Bethel, they gotta play careful here.
Man, keep it up. Don't lighten up. Come on.
Jeter to the middle.
Oh, another
He's looking
pass.
for Gravy. Gravy just a little bit too far wide. But they are seeing each other all over the field. It's like they downloaded each other's playbook.
I really like this. A good 50? Oh,
Jeter almost makes it a 3-0 game, and SAGU comes out swinging. Would not want to be playing them right now. We say this is a mental game, but it's really hard to beat a team that's passing as well as SAGU is. Here comes Big Daddy off the backboard, not able to get the double touch. Called double because you get the touch off the wall and then you punch it in.
Opportunity? Yep.
To the middle to Blackjack, and it's a 3-0 game.
Okay.
What has got into this team?
I'm not going to casters jinx it, but
We're not going to.
We're not going to. I'm not going to say anything.
But so far, so good for the Lions, and let's be clear here. This Bethel team is dangerous.
Yes.
You cannot let up on clarity. Made some great passes and touches. Superfish has sniped a couple of goals. Here, go to the middle to Blackjack. He goes for the 50. Doesn't go in. For SAGU safely wide. As Jeter makes a pretty good read right there. Superfish off the sidewall. This is going to go to the middle. It's a dangerous touch here. Gravy tries to follow it up off the backboard.
I love that, though. A little double commit. I think Gravy was in the right there. That was his. But I really do like that quickness from Gravy.
And we're even seeing SAGU off the ball. We're seeing them go for some bumps on Bethel that's giving them some trouble. Like right here, high in the middle of the field. This is whoever in Rocket League, when that ball's up in the air, in the middle of the field, it all depends who's going to get control.
Man.
Speaking of, here's Jetter. He's going
Another
to push it to
pass?
the middle
Oh
to
my
Blackjack, and it goes in.
Dude, what is this? Is this a different team? They switched controls, right?
This
is crazy.
Look at this. Perfect pass to the middle. This is very hard to describe, ladies and gentlemen. This is like pro-level play right here. We're talking like the elite of the elite see these lanes, and they're actually cashing in on like the tightest corners.
Like, to even explain it in more depth, like the play before he passed it, he purposely didn't hit the ball how he
meant to.
I need to be quiet. I need to just watch.
As Gravy says, hey, I haven't gotten in on this scoring yet. Let me get in here. And we're seeing Bethel. They're starting maybe to panic and just all in, and they're getting caught out of rotation.
Man.
Well, now, you were describing that pass a moment ago.
Oh, yes. I was just saying, prior to making that pass, he's reading the defenders on the field, or at least that's what I would think he would be doing, because that's what I would be doing. And he's like, oh, I have time here to be patient. Let this bounce off the sidewall, control it, and then maybe look for a teammate. And that's exactly what he did. So, very good control and sight on the field, pretty much. Giving
credit to the SAGU offense. Let's give some credit on the defensive side. Jetter just makes another save right there. And SAGU, they have put up, dare I say, the blue wall?
The blue wall. That's a new one. What about the green car?
Now and we say that right as, I guess I commentator cursed that. My apologies. As Superfish, we said, be careful for Clarity and Superfish because they can do this. And 45 seconds left, a 4-goal lead. It's gonna be a comeback for Bethel to get back in it. It would be pretty
Definitely
historic,
a difficult one,
but it is very possible. SAGU has to play careful, play basic, just the basic fundamentals. Look for SAGU here the last 30 seconds or so. They're going to want to just hit the ball high in the air and just clear it. They do not want Bethel to have control of the ball. Like right here, we're clearing to the corner. This is what you want if you're SAGU. Again, Blackjack here, might have an open net. Clarity goes for a long clear. That's exactly what SAGU wants.
Man, very good. Even that, like, not to bash on SAGU, but they weren't doing that much in the past couple games. Like, that midfield presence is
They've been improving.
And another goal.
Blackjack and, man, what can you say? Blackjack and Jetter are just on a different level right now. That was a great pass. I don't even know if he was trying to pass it. He's just trying to keep the ball towards the kind of the sidewall. And Blackjack's just looking for every opportunity and capitalizing. As this series is going to go to game number 6. Bethel with the advantage, 3-2. It does say 1-1 there. Just ignore. They had to reset the lobby. But as it stands right now, SAGU in great position and all the momentum.
Man, like, we love to see this. We got 4 shots against 7. So more shots on SAGU side of things. I think it's been pretty even, but this is more of a spread out against both teams. So we like to see that. And honestly, like, 4 goals from Jack, like, and he clutched up the last game too. Like,
yeah. Jack has capped, like, right here. These passes across the middle. There's going to be another one in a second here. But let's give credit to Jetter. Jetter has been making excellent. He had 4 assists in a game. That is very high. There's another one right there to the middle. Guess who? Blackjack. I think there's another one right here. Yeah, this is Jetter. He's going to go across the middle. This is tight. There are 2 orange cars right there.
I wonder if
and he slots it right in the corner.
Man, I wonder if they're twos partners.
You have to wonder. So we are watching. I know I should have specified this. We're watching. This is 3v3 in Rocket League. This is like the traditional competitive format. But in the game, you can play 2v2, and you can play in ranked, which is where you get points for winning. And oftentimes teammates play together, and they build this chemistry in twos. And I think that's what we might be seeing here is that Jetter and Blackjack that they have been playing a lot of maybe some twos, and that's why they're just looking for each other. They're just used to it. When you get 1,000 hours, even if you get 100 hours in, the Superfish is going to miss the wide open net, and the momentum for SAGU in full force here in Game 6. Because there is no reason Superfish should have missed that. He has been on fire this game.
Maybe a little bit nervous.
And maybe the tables have just turned that much.
Little discombobulated here in the middle.
Yeah, awkward play. Big Daddy getting a
Ooh,
bump,
it's savable.
and it's still okay. I don't know if we can see this on the replay. When the ball's moving into the net, there is this invisible wall, and it like turns kind of black. You see this right here? See how it's dark? And you see it's just the edge of the ball outside, and the whole ball has to go into the net for it to be a goal. And if SAGU could have gotten a touch there, would have worked better. But as it stands, it's a 1-0 game. SAGU has come back from this, so from the deficit. This Jetter's going to go just kind of poke this to the corner, pick up some boost.
Very good control. It's going to be Jax. Jax goes back in net. That's fine.
Here comes Clarity. He's going to go off the back wall. It's going to go floating. Big Daddy wasn't sure if he should go for it at first, but Gravy there for a very easy save.
I think this next goal is going to be big for this series. Whoever scores this next goal is going to be up there for momentum.
2-0 would be hard for SAGU to overcome, and 1-1, it just puts in the back of the mind of the pilots, we just can't put this team away. SAGU just keeps finding a way to battle back. That's very tough, especially with some of the plays they've made. We talked about Jetter and Blackjack, but
it's gonna be awkward.
Big Daddy Peanut has set up some good passes to the middle. They feel like they have some chemistry going. Dangerous clear here by Jetter, but he collects the ball.
Pass back.
Yep, I think that was a pass back. In Rocket League, you want to be careful on those passes back to your teammate, because if you miss, it's almost always a goal for the other team. As here goes, we just talked about Big Daddy Peanut. He cashes in right here.
Man.
Just off the ceiling. A tough read. Tough to read.
Really tough read.
And these ceilings, I mean, it has this kind of grid pattern, right? I mean, it can kind of be tough to see if you're looking beyond at some of the other pieces of the map. When you're playing, you're just looking up and you see the sun, the clouds, the buildings. Maybe it's just tough to see that grid.
Hey, it is a beautiful map, though. Can't lie about that.
Yeah, Rocket League has some beautiful maps in the game. For a game of car soccer, some elite map creation. As Clarity's going to go down the right side here. We're halfway through this one. What does SAGU need to do to find that first goal? They have to win, or their season's done.
A miss here from Clarity. Can we get a breakaway? Follow up.
Blackjack goes, maybe? But a misplay. Oh no, that was Gravy, so he was just at a boost. Not much he can do there. Blackjack tries to cut this off. Able to. Here comes Gravy.
Get there.
He's going to go for the bump. Jetter goes for the bump, and it's wide by Gravy.
Oh.
Jetter stays there. Goes for the 50 against Big Daddy Peanut. Here comes Blackjack.
Keep up the pressure.
We're down to 90 seconds. SAGU, stop me if you've heard this before. They need a goal before that 60-second mark. They're up against the wall here, 3-2. They need to force a Game 7. Gravy with the touch here. It's going to go off the side wall. Opportunity here, but not able to win the 50. And Blackjack just not synced up with Jetter like he was last game. Unfortunately, bumps his teammate. Everything you don't want. Big Daddy Peanut almost put this game away. But Jetter able to get past one. If he can get it lined up, he gets the touch, and there it is. Goal, first goal right around the 60-second mark. And SAGU will not go down.
Oh, he made me nervous a little bit, Jet. I'm not going to lie.
He kind of stumbled a little bit.
Yeah.
He kind of stumbled getting control of the ball, but
he finished it. Hey, it doesn't matter. He made it.
Three games to 2 games. SAGU down. They need to force Game 7, and Jetter just takes the ball and says, "I got it."
Dunk. Oh, sorry.
Blackjack. Yeah, in Rocket League, you can dunk. It's more of a basketball term, but that's when you just kind of say, nah, my car has the boost. My car is going to just just kind of force the ball into the goal and just get.
We need to be sending more people. Come on, pressure, pressure. It's a big demo from
SAGU
them, too.
definitely playing some defense here, as that's a demo by Clarity. Sets up an open goal here for Bethel, and he misses. 10 seconds left. Blackjack's going to get the clear.
Ooh,
Misread by Superfish. That's the opportunity Jetter needed. He gets bumped off the ball.
Still opportunity.
Got to keep that ball off the ground now because the clock is empty.
Oh!
Here comes.
No!
Oh! And
No!
I couldn't tell who it was. Someone from SAGU came flying across the middle, and that's going to do it. Bethel White is going to advance to the semifinals. What a game. One goal by Jetter just to keep it interesting. Gravy contributed a couple saves, but just a tactical game all around for both teams. Wow, what a series that was.
I'm on a roller coaster of emotion, Max, right now. I thought we were about to see an equalizer right there.
I was wondering. But wow,
Man.
that was exactly what SAGU needed at the end right there. Oh, in football terms, that was making the pass to the end zone, and the receiver dropped it in their hands. That was about as close as I can make that, because that was exactly where SAGU needed it. They needed it across the middle of the field, just in front of the net, and fortunately not able to make it work. But overall, that was an excellent series by SAGU Purple against a team that absolutely showed out.
Man. I just don't even know what to say, Lex. Like, that was just phenomenal gameplay from SAGU and from Bethel. Like, you can't count them out, but just
they
maybe
played their hearts out.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit short. They went down 2-0. If they played like that from game 3, it might have been a different story. But
yeah,
man.
And Bethel, to their credit, SAGU kept finding a way to come back over and over and over again.
Yeah.
No matter what the lead was, SAGU just kept it close, and they were able to close out Game 6.
Yeah.
But that was just a few moments. I mean, it looked like it might have been pixels away from going to overtime in 6 and potentially having to go to Game 7. Tell me what you saw at a Jetter in this game, man. Just the way he just kept playing. Offense, defense. He just did it all for the Lions.
Well, throughout this whole series, like, especially starting in Game 3 through 6, honestly, he was what you would call pretty much, like, he played a lot of first man. So first man, you're going to be on the ball, but you're going to be not necessarily scoring, but you're going to be looking at the field, making those plays with your teams, looking for your teammates to pass, creating opportunities, and he did that very well. And Jack cleaned up, and he cleaned up shop pretty much, and just ate what Jet fed him.
Yeah,
you know?
and Jet, yeah. I mean, that 6-1 game, Jetter had, I believe, 4 assists, which is just phenomenal. As a coach, that's what you want to see, just opportunities. Just players creating opportunities. Like, you want to see your best player create opportunities for everyone else on your team, and he was doing that. And then sometimes he just does this right here, where he just dials his own number and goes, yeah, I'm going to just punch this in myself.
Man. Yeah, Jet, very good. I don't have any complaints about it. I just think maybe a couple games got away from him. The first game, obviously, a little rough, but other than that, all the other games they lost, they were 1-2 games.
I think SAGU would love to have that first game back where they gave up 9 goals. I mean, they gave up 9 goals in Game 1. They gave up 9 goals the rest of the series. Like, you'd just love to have that back just as a chance, even if it's close. Maybe that makes a difference. Maybe they can sneak Game 2 just mentally. But as it is, an excellent series by SAGU Purple. They got beat. All right, we talked about Jetter, Blackjack. Always looking for the shot. Right here.
Right here. Oh, my goodness.
Off the wall, double tap, into the net. Just the control from this Purple team. I think this is Jetter, right? He goes all across the middle again, just looking for his teammate. This is when SAGU was really connecting. They just seemed like they were just unstoppable. And then, obviously, Bethel, Game 6, able to close it out. And Gravy had some tough saves to make tonight, and he made quite a few of them. and he even gets a goal on that pass right there.
I think
That's
it's this
just
next one
insane.
right here.
Yeah.
Or it might be them
Gravy,
first.
yeah, I think Gravy,
Oh, no,
yeah,
right here.
Yeah, Gravy, he comes in and, open net, cashes in, does what he's supposed to do. SAGU up 5-0 at that point, and you just felt like things were moving in such a good direction. But overall, great series by SAGU Purple, and a great season by this team, man. This team was not predicted by anyone in the ECAC to make it to the quarterfinals of the playoffs and be within a game of the semifinals, and yet here they are. They just kept proving people wrong all season long, all series long. They kept finding a way to come back, and that's exactly what you want if you are the SAGU team. This is a team that's going to be dangerous next year. They just mentally are in such a good space.
Yeah. Do you know what the roster will be next year or no?
Don't know what
I
the
don't
teams are
either.
going to be, but if you are a high school student watching this, and you think, hey, let me hop on that team. I bet I can score some goals for you. You need to get connected to SAGU Esports. SAGU Esports, they're on Twitch, YouTube, which is where this is being broadcasted right now, Twitter, and obviously Discord. Discord's the place to really be.
Yeah. Discord, you can meet some of us, get our inputs on the game, maybe even get some, hey, play sessions. Hey, I'm down to play.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, the opportunity to play with a collegiate Rocket League player and just pick apart games and just get game ideas. It's such a good opportunity, and it's also good for recruiting because, hey, there are scholarships for playing esports. So you need to get into the Discord server. You can access that at SAGU Esports on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and etc. All right, final thought, SAGU Purple, what was your favorite part of that game?
honestly, what was it, game 5?
Yeah.
I was just like going crazy. I'm like, what is going on?
So much fun to see
Yeah.
the team just clicking.
Yeah, it was.
We're running on all cylinders. It's so much fun.
And I don't even think Bethel was doing bad. I think
No.
they just found their rhythm. And it was just like,
What do you do?
What? Like, what is going on?
We just got to witness some excellent Rocket
Yeah.
League. And but maybe next
So-
year, maybe SAGU can play Bethel and just stay composed and come back in Game 6 and secure. But anyway, a great season and series by SAGU Purple. But it's not playoff season's not over yet for SAGU Esports. Friday, Call of Duty. They're going to be playing. And just a shout out to our Super Smash Brothers team winning the national championship. They
Come
went
on.
all the way through the brackets and undefeated season. So Smash Brothers, if you're in Smash Brothers, you definitely need to hop in that Discord server. All right, but that's going to do it for us for an excellent series between Bethel and SAGU. James Lex, Hudson, you've been watching the SAGU Sports Network.